Rotary greetings to all. It gives me immense pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to all on behalf of Rotary Club of Bharuch. We are grateful and with great pleasure welcome my esteemed guest, our enigmatic District Governor Rotary Prashant Jani of Rotary District 3060, our special distributing 3 guest speakers for the event, DG Rotary Oye Dokun from RI Rotary District 9125 Nigeria, DG Rotary Santosh Pradhan from our own district 3060, and PDG Rotary Dr. Ahmed Saada of Rotary District 2451 Egypt. Thank you for all your valued presence. It is a pleasure to be associated with the fellow Rotarians across the border for this multi-district seminar. We welcome Rotary Club of Abhaynagar, Rotary District 3281, President Rotary Aslam Hussain, Rotary Club of Alpine, Malaysia, Made, Rotary District 55, President Rotary Patrit Imiraj from Albania, Rotary Club of El Tahrir, Rotary District 2451, IPP Rotary Inde Hafiz, and past President Rotary Dr. Nevin Adel Khalek, and Rotary Club of Sidpur, RI District 3054, President Rotary Rajesh Kumar Madhu. We welcome all our different Rotary district dignitaries, invited guests, and all my dear Rotarians. As for this event, Rotarians have always been resilient and able to withstand challenges that others might come to. We are visionary, dreamers, and people of action. So welcome you all to this inspiring seminar to be motivated to work ahead with full force on the path of service. Thank you. Over to MOC Rachna.
Thank you, President. To throw some more light on this topic, I request past President Rotarian Dr. Nevin Abdel Khalek, RC El Tahrir, RI District 2451 Egypt, to introduce our speaker, PDG Rotarian Dr. Ahmed Saada.
Okay, thank you. And I would like to thank everyone for being with us and for having all of us from around the world here. And maybe as our previous speaker said, this is one of the positive things about COVID, is that we are all able to have more international meetings, and we are able to see each other and know each other more. So maybe we used to see each other during the international convention, but now we are able to see each other more through Zoom meetings. Before we start, actually, I would like to, I have only one recognition that I would like to say before I introduce our incoming speaker, past District Governor Ahmed Saada. I would like to recognize that we have with us here past President Salwa Al-Haddad. She is our District and International Service Chair of District 2451. And I would like to say that yesterday, our past District Governor Ahmed Saada, being the TRF District Chair, she was the recipient. She received yesterday. I'd like to congratulate her again on receiving the TRF Distinguished Service Award. So this is one thing that I would like to mention and to recognize before we start.
Thank you.
So we are all proud of her, and having and she is a friend and a mentor as well. So
thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. Now, PDG Ahmed Saada. I don't know how I can start introducing Ahmed, if I may say, because Ahmed is the reason that I'm here in Rotary and still existing as a Rotarian and serving as a Rotarian. So whatever I'm going to say is not going to be enough. But what I can, as an introduction, I'd like to say that Dr. Ahmed holds a doctoral degree in ear, nose, and throat. He is a fellow of the Johns Hopkins University, the American College of Surgeons, and the International College of Surgeons in the USA. He is also a consultant of head and ENT of the ENT department in Alexandria University Hospital. At the Rotary level, he's a member, became a member in Rotary. He was a Rotary actor before and an alumni as well. And he joined the Rotary Club of Alexandria in 1993. He was the club president in 2003, 2004, and served as a district governor during the years 2014-15. He was the RLI chair in 2016-19 and the RI training leader 2020-2021. He served as a Rotary International training leader in 2020, and also this year he's going to serve in the training of the incoming district governors. He is a Paul Harris Fellow, a benefactor, and also a member of the Paul Harris Society. He currently serves as the District Rotary Foundation Committee Chair from 2020 to 2023. And formerly he was the Assistant Regional Rotary Foundation Coordinator during the years 2015-2020. So the floor is yours, PDG Ahmed Saada, for a very inspiring presentation as usual, as we expect. And thank you for thanks for the previous speakers.
Thank you very much, my dear friend Naveen, for the nice introduction. And I would like to thank everybody for your kind invitation to be with you today. It's a real pleasure and a great honor to be among such a distinguished group of Rotarians. Is it possible to allow me to share my PowerPoint presentation? Because I'm disabled. I mean,
just a minute, I'll do that, please.
It's the sharing is disabled, so
I'll make you co-host. You can do it on your own. Now you are the co-host.
okay. Now okay, perfect. Okay, can you see the slides now? Is it?
Yeah, yes, we can.
Yes,
okay,
we can.
okay.
Yes, we can.
Okay, great, thank you. I think you would agree with me that the world has changed. And the world has changed because of this. A tiny, very, very small, microscopic, invisible virus. It made us all, you know, the world has changed. And this virus changed our lives. It changed our personal lives. It changed our businesses. It changed everything in Rotary and outside of Rotary. It affected, in Rotary, it affected membership. And my colleague, DGE IO, has already covered the part of the membership. It changed the way we deal with the Rotary Foundation and the grants. It changed the quality of our service projects and a lot more. Being a medical doctor, I'm used to wearing masks all my professional life, but it never occurred to me that one day I will be using these masks from Rotary vendors with Rotary wheels and end polio now. They look nice, but I mean, it was something that was unexpected. Now with these changes that we are all experiencing, we have two choices. Either we sit back and do nothing, or we can be creative, innovative, plan for the change, and you know, think in a positive way. We all have goals, whether we're talking about Rotary or private lives. We have goals. If the road to our goals is nicely and smoothly paved, like the one you're seeing on this screen, then we can ride, or we can drive our fancy cars all the way until the end, until our destinations, and reach our goals. But if we have a road like this one, a rough road, it's impossible to drive the same cars that we used to drive and until we reach our goals. So things are changed. Things are different than we used to have. So we need to be creative. We need to think outside the box. And it's not only that we need to think outside of the box, but maybe I'll take it a further step. We need to go out of the box and start thinking in a different way. Past President Naveen has mentioned that I was honored and privileged to be chosen as a training leader in the International Assembly last January. And one of the things that was striking, and I was surprised, the curriculum of the International Assembly had so many topics, but one of the topics, as you can see on the screen, is leading change. And I was surprised because this curriculum was set forth before the COVID era. And I don't know why they included this topic in. I mean, I thought that we would be discussing Rotary Foundation, membership, public image, and things like that. But it was surprising to me. Leading change session about leading change was all about acting change and how to deal with changes in our lives and in Rotary. Now, and in retrospect, when I think back, I feel that this is very important now with the COVID-19 era that we are living in. I think leading change is one of the most important topics that we should be discussing in our Rotary events in general. Of course, now we are living in a virtual world. We don't meet in person, or most probably we don't meet in person. We have virtual meetings, and we have so many platforms that, like the ones you are seeing on this screen. Maybe we are using Zoom right now, but there are other IT platforms that we can use for video conferencing. But again, we never use these things in such an intensive way like we do now, or like we are doing now. So this is how we are living right now. All these pictures, even our Rotary International President, Holger, and even the board of directors are meeting online, virtually, whether on Zoom or other platforms. I would like to share with you a couple of stories from my personal experience. The first one was only from yesterday. Yesterday, we had our Rotary Foundation seminar, the district seminar. And it was very challenging because we had this seminar yesterday in a hybrid type of it was a hybrid seminar. And I know the word hybrid and I know the word seminar, but it never occurred to me that one day we will be using both words in one sentence, hybrid seminars. Yesterday, all our local speakers were there in person. They attended the seminar and they shared and they participated, and everything was almost normal. But our international guest speakers and those who couldn't be there in person, they shared or they participated in the seminar virtually, either on Zoom or pre-recorded video. We have some problems. We do have some problems, not only in Egypt, but everywhere. Maybe we have some technical problems, connection problems, power cut problems. Anything can happen. While I'm speaking right now, I may get disconnected. So these are all challenges if we're talking about challenges today. These are some pictures that I would like to share with you. This is Rotary Foundation trustee Geeta Manik from Kenya. She joined our Rotary Foundation seminar yesterday via Zoom. So this is one thing. Rotary Foundation trustee Sang-Koo Yeon from Korea. He joined us by sending a pre-recorded video because of the time difference, and the time zones are completely different. So we are using everything we can, the technology things that we can use to make our lives easier and to make us meet, whether virtual. This is Director Katerina Kostali from Greece, and finally Elizabeth Lamberti from the Rotary International Office in Zurich. She was with us yesterday as well, among, of course, other colleagues from Egypt. During the last years, we used to recognize our speakers and moderators by giving them trophies. Now, while we are using virtual platforms like Zoom, we cannot do that. So this year we started to do something different. We are planting trees in recognition of our guest speakers and moderators. And this way we are doing two things at the same time. We are recognizing our guest speakers, and at the same time, we are implementing environmental projects. And I mean, this is something new to our district. We just started this this year. The second story that I would like to share with you, this is from the last International Assembly last January. For those of you who attended international assemblies before, it's a very interesting and a unique experience. Assembly, there are general sessions or plenary sessions where everybody attend. Almost 2,000 people are in the same room, and then there are small breakout sessions, and these are the training sessions where we train district governors elect. The breakout sessions are small groups that are maximum 20 people in the same room, no more than 20 people. The problem here is that during the breakout sessions at the International Assembly, the methodology is completely different than anything else. The methodology, the way they train district governors elect is by interactive sessions. We don't deliver traditional lectures, but it's completely interactive. When I got the assignment letter to serve as an international leader, I thought to myself, I have to read, I have to increase my Rotary knowledge, despite the fact that I've been in Rotary for more than 27 years. But still, I thought that I have to read more about Rotary. And then when I went there, I went to San Diego, I discovered that this has nothing to do with training. It's all about methodology rather than about Rotary knowledge. The facilitator, the role of the facilitator is to introduce the subject and then leave the audience or the district governors elect to do all the talking. We as trainers, we were allowed to talk maximum 10% of the whole session, and each session was 90 minutes long. So we were doing 10%, and the district governors elect were doing 90% of the talking. We were not allowed, or it was not recommended that we answer questions. If I get a question from a colleague, then I would divert the question to another colleague so that it would be interactive rather than a traditional lecture. So this is a challenge now. How can we do that? You know, this year the International Assembly will be virtual. For the last 15 years, the International Assembly has been done in person and in San Diego. This year the plan was supposed to be held in Orlando, Florida. But of course, because of the pandemic, everything went virtual, and it's going to be virtual. So how are we going to do the interactive training online? I don't know the answer to this question so far. We had some 3 or 4 meetings during the last month with our Rotary International staff members and the moderators and trainers of the International Assembly, and they are trying to put together a curriculum that can be implemented online, and with all the technical support, we will need a lot of technical support during this training session. So I hope that this would be fruitful training and a different experience than previous years. I would like to thank you very much for having me with you today, and I will end with the same quote that District Governor-elect Santouche was just mentioning: if there is a will, there is a way. Thank you so much.